Hello, FCM coaches and co-mentors. I'm going to walk you through some Zoom training that'll help you manage your courses with your group of students. And I needed to let you know that if you run into a problem during the account creation process or the login process for Zoom, that you are not eligible for an account, please email the email address on the screen, which is it-sw-license@virginia.edu, and request an Academic Pro Zoom account. That will be a non-HIPAA compliant Pro Zoom account that's for academic use and training. All right, let's get going. I'm going to teach you how to set up your Zoom classes for your students for your group meetings. First of all, you need to install the UVA Zoom app, and you're going to need to go to the ITS webpage where that exists. So I've made a short URL for you to get you there quickly. You can also search Google or search the ITS webpage, but the short URL is bit.ly/UVA Zoom. Now, once you go to that short URL, what you're going to see is this webpage. And you want to click on the first link in the box, the first gray box. That'll open up a window, and the bottom link in that gray window is the Zoom Download Center. Click on that. And then what you want to download is this very first Zoom Client for Meetings application. Download that. That's what you're going to need. After you download that, I'm going to start my Zoom app. The login options that you will see when you start this up looks like this. Now you want to click on the button to the right. Don't enter in any other information on the left or click another icon. Click this Sign In with SSO icon. After you do that, you'll be prompted for another screen. I've filled out the information you need to put on this screen, but the next screen will be Sign In with SSO, your company domain. Put in the word Virginia. So our company domain is virginia.zoom.us, and then click Continue. After you do that, you'll be prompted through the net badge process. Then you finally will have this app. Now, once you're here, you need to schedule your meeting. The way you're going to do this is you're going to click Schedule. You put the title of your FCM meeting here, and choose your date. Choose the date and time of your first series in the meeting, and go ahead and click on Recurring Meeting. Notice what it says. Remember to check reoccurrence or repeat in your calendar invitation. So you've got to make sure that you do that properly in a calendar invitation. You know how to do that. It's very easy. Choose a meeting ID that's generated automatically. It'll be unique to your specific meeting for your Zoom account. Turn video off for hosts and on for participants. Make sure both audio options are available in case they only have a telephone or they want to use a combination of the two. And then under Advanced Options, uncheck the first box and check the Enable Join Before Host, and also check the Mute Participants on Entry, and uncheck everything else. So just these two boxes. Now, alternative hosts is an optional feature that you may want to use to add in another kind of manager of the meeting, either the co-mentor or the coach. Could put one or the other. Many people do this just for redundancy. Not a bad idea, but optional. And then when you click Schedule, it's going to jump right into your Outlook, which is great if your Outlook is installed on your laptop. If it's not, so we're going to assume it's not, just make it easy. I want you to click on Other. This will capture everybody's experience. When you click Schedule, you're going to be given the invitation connection information from Zoom. Just copy that invitation by clicking the Copy Invitation to your clipboard. Now you need to open up your calendar, and if you don't have an Outlook on your current computer, you're going to have to open it up using the web-based client, which is at email.healthsystem.virginia.edu. And then you'll have to log in, go through that process, get to your calendar, and add your meeting. So I'm going to add my meeting here with you, and I'm just going to pretend that I'm going to be teaching every Tuesday at 2 o'clock. So go ahead and choose your time. Actually, we'll pretend it's 2:30 since I have meetings completely packed all day. Put the title again, just repeat it, title of your FCM session, your location, wherever that is, room 1334, whatever it is. And then what's on your clipboard you're going to want to paste in your invitation. And now your students, after you invite them, they will have the information on what to click on. This is the link to your Zoom meeting. Go ahead and invite all of your students, find them in the global access list, and send out the meeting invitation. But make sure before you send it out that not only do you have the start time and the starting date, but you have chosen the recurring options, wherever that is in your Outlook, and make all of your recurring choices so that you have one calendar meeting recurring throughout your session with the same information repeated. So make sure to get that recurring working properly. This is the link that your students are going to click on. After you send that out, you're going to want to test your connection. If you go to your meetings area, now that you've scheduled it, you'll see your FCM meeting in your upcoming meetings, and that's where you will find it. If you ever forget where that link is, because sometimes it will not show up here in this location, what I want to encourage you to do is to go back to Outlook, find your meeting, and just click on your own meeting invitation, and that link will be right there. When you click on that link in your email, it'll open up using that Zoom link, the same link that the students will have. And so I'm going to do that right now. And what you're going to see is you're going to be prompted to open up the Zoom app. You want to click on open up the Zoom app, as will your students. Your students could participate with just a browser, but you want them to, hopefully they'll download the Zoom app and use it. Once you do that, you'll be into your meeting. And so use that link. Now, you're going to check your microphone and you're going to check your video to make sure it works. And mine is working fine. So the things that you're going to need to do in your meeting is your students are going to need to share their screen. And so they will have, if they use the Zoom app, a screen sharing option. What I want to point out to you here is if they don't use the app, they won't have a screen sharing option. If they're having trouble, that they go back and download the Zoom app. Now, what they will have is this exact same icon that you have, the share screen. Your students will be located across the top, and you may have to scroll to the right to see all the students. When they need to share their PowerPoint presentation, what you're going to instruct them to do is to open up PowerPoint. When they click share screen, tell them to look for their PowerPoint after they open it up, and here is the PowerPoint, and they're going to click share. You're going to be able to see their PowerPoint presentations, and they're going to be able to see any screen that you share. So at any given time when the student is sharing their screen, you can go up to that top area. You can choose to remove the screen sharing. So you're going to do some simple screen sharing, and your audio and video should simply work right out of the box. If your audio and your video are not working, it means your camera and your microphone have been secured for security purposes by most likely your Windows laptop. And the way that you make those changes to your Windows laptop is as follows. Let's go take a look at that real quick. So in Windows 10, what you're going to need to do is click on, and you can't really see it, but the icon, the Windows icon, the little quadrant of Windows, and then click on Settings. After you click on Settings, you're going to go to the system. Let me see. Yeah, the privacy icon. Go to the privacy icon. And from here, this camera, you want to check on camera, needs to be turned on. And if it's off, just simply turn it on, and then apps will have access to it. So the next place you need to go is your microphone privacy settings. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So I'm going to demonstrate to you with the Microsoft privacy settings, another way to get to these privacy settings rather than clicking on privacy, just in case you are having trouble with that. And this box down at the bottom next to your Windows icon, I know you can barely see it on the screen capture, but it's the search box. Just type in microphone privacy or microphone. And when you do that, you'll end up with a window that pops up that looks like this. And again, I know this is kind of tiny and you can't see it, but it'll give you options, for managing your microphone, and one of them is microphone privacy settings. Then click on microphone privacy settings. Let's go ahead and do that. Click on microphone privacy settings, and then you're going to see a very similar window. This is your privacy settings. We got here just in a different way and jumped right into the microphone privacy settings. And you need to change the access, for apps for this device. Right now it's off. You're going to have to turn it on. Just toggle that. And once you toggle that, then apps will have access. There, I've toggled it, and now Zoom and other apps will have access to your microphone, so it'll work. Now you've solved your microphone problem. If you have one in Windows, you've solved your camera problem if you've had that problem in Windows, and you've installed your Zoom app. You've scheduled your meetings with all of your staff. All of your students. You know how to screen share for your PowerPoint presentations and their PowerPoint presentations. You can guide them. You are 100% set and ready to go. Simply test your connection with a colleague. Give them the meeting ID of your meeting. And whenever you're in the meeting, you can see the meeting ID is here. You can also simply share the link with them that you shared in your meeting invitation. And remember, I'll see if I can paste that in here. Here's the meeting. Here's my example meeting ID, which is at the end of the meeting URL. If you ever need that ID, it's at that end of that meeting URL, and it's also in places in Zoom. So you have every bit of information you need to be successful. Wishing you much success in your training today. Thanks for your help today and your attention. Have a great day.